Okay, so today I'll be comparing a $250 camera versus a $500 camera versus a $1,000 camera. Does the difference in money really make such a big difference in image quality? Well, let's find that out. Okay, so firstly, I really just want to clarify, these cameras are a bit different. So I'll be comparing the DJI Action 5 Pro, which is mainly an action camera for $250, versus the Canon R100, which is one of Canon's most entry-level APS-C cameras, versus my Sony a6600. Now, obviously, it might seem unfair to compare these cameras, but I thought it would be interesting. Maybe you're looking to buy a camera, so let's get right into it. Okay, so firstly what I want to talk about is this different sensor sizes of these cameras. So the Sony a6600 probably has one of the bigger sensors of this lineup. It has a 26 megapixel APS-C sensor. As for the Canon R100, it has a 24 megapixel APS-C sensor, and the DJI Action 5 Pro has a 1/1.3 inch sensor, which is definitely the smallest. But the most interesting is when it comes to photos, the DJI Action 5 Pro actually has 40 megapixels, which is insane for the small camera it is. Now this might sound shocking, but sometimes I actually take my thumbnail photos with the DJI Action 5 Pro because there is so much clarity in the photos. Now obviously there's a bunch of post-processing going on, but when it comes to actual megapixel sizes, the DJI Action 5 Pro is not bad. So let me show you some example photos of the three cameras and you can decide for yourself. Now please note, the aperture and everything is going to be different on every of these cameras. I mean, the 6600 has an f2.8 aperture, the Canon R100 has I think a 4.5 minimum aperture, and the DJI Action 5 Pro, well, I don't really think it has a good aperture. So yeah, it is kinda clear which one of these takes the photo category. Obviously the Sony a6600, because it's so much more expensive and just a more professional camera. But I must say, the DJI Action 5 Pro, with all of that megapixels, when you actually zoom into the photo itself, it kinda surprised me how good this camera actually is. And then the Canon R100 is extremely noisy, and I have taken photos with it before, but I just do not recommend it at all. So yeah, for photos, I think I'm still gonna go with the Sony a6600, but the DJI Action 5 Pro is close. Okay, so next up, I want to talk about the videos. So the best it can do on the Sony a6600 is 4K at 25 frames per second, which you are watching me right now. As for the DJI Action 5 Pro, it is currently set to 4K 25 frames per second, which is the exact same. And the Canon R100 is also at 4K at 25 frames per second. Now the DJI Action 5 Pro can actually go to 4K 120 frames per second, but then it has a major crop, and for the studio setup it's not necessary, but if you want some super slow motion, you can do that as well. Okay, but the one thing I really want to talk about is who are these cameras for? Now, I know it seems unfair comparing these cameras in so many different price points, but I really just want to show you what you can get for each of those price points. So, obviously the Sony is catered to more professional work like I do, shooting weddings and everything like that. But the DJI is obviously, it's an action camera, so it's made to go outside, it's made to go underwater. But still, it blows me away sometimes what I can manage to capture on this DJI camera. And then the Canon R100. I have a love-hate relationship with this camera because sometimes it's good, sometimes it sucks completely. I mean, the color science is very good, I mean, it's Canon, but other than that, I don't really like it that much. I would much rather get a Sony ZV-E10 or something like that, which I know is a good camera. Okay, but there you have it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, a sub to the channel would be awesome. And maybe comment down below which one of these cameras do you like the most. Make sure to subscribe and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.